Hello, and welcome to Dear Pop Culture Podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about pop culture that is dear to us. I am Gina Harms. I am the host. And today we had a really fun episode. We're shooting from the new studio, live. Well, not live. I'm here now. Yeah, so exciting. We had Ola Dada and Kevvy, two actual previous guests of the podcast. We had them on together, and we talked about, Ola just came off doing Canada's Got Talent, and Kevvy just won a Juno for producing a comedy album for Andrea Jin. So we celebrated their successes, and then, we talked about, a little bit about basketball, which is pop culture that, I don't talk about sports pop culture enough. But we talked about video games. We talked about Boyz II Men. We sang a little bit. We talked about horror movies. Really fun conversation. So I feel like you're gonna like it. And I just want to remind you to buy tickets to JFL Vancouver Comedy Bucket if you are in Vancouver. May 27th, that's this Friday, and the show's at 9:30, and we have a super awesome lineup. So yeah, you can go to JFL Vancouver and search for Comedy Bucket, or you can go to my Instagram, which is at Hina Jarms, and click in the bio and click for tickets. And yeah, hopefully we'll be also doing more Comedy Bucket. Right now we just have the one show scheduled, but we'd love to, look out for more shows. I'm always posting about shows I'm doing if you're into that sort of thing. I don't know. Also, you can go see Ola. He's doing a bunch of shows. He's got a show the next night, Blackout Comedy. And he's doing, I don't know. I think he's going to be doing tons for the fest this year. So JFL Vancouver, just support the Vancouver Comedy Festival. Like it's exciting. It's exciting for us. So do it up, do all that good stuff. And I hope you enjoy today's episode.
I wonder if you can sue on a religious basis.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can. Like, if someone doesn't allow you to pray, but this is interesting.
Yeah, true.
Gina sues her own knees.
Taking both of you to court.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Knees are like, I got no choice. Oh man, you can go around telling people you're an athlete and that you could have made the NBA if it wasn't for your knee injury.
It's true. Yeah, a lot of people assume. Oh yeah, so we're recording. We won't do an intro. It's fine.
Boom. I love that.
A lot
Get
of
it,
people
hot.
assume that I'm athletic because I'm like tall, I guess.
Mhm.
And so people think I like tore my ACL or something.
You do look
Right.
athletic.
Yeah,
I
you
was
do.
gonna put
Thank
my money
you.
on it. I'm like, okay, she
Yeah.
knows something. I don't know what sport it is, but she knows something.
I feel like some kind of track or maybe a
Okay.
distance
Yeah.
jump thing
Yeah,
or something.
triple jump.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I
Oh.
did triple jump
Oh,
in
man.
elementary school.
I knew it. See,
that was
that's-
my event.
We were
That's what
picking
I'm
up
talking
on that.
about. See, we got that athlete vibe over here. Let's connect it through.
Absolutely.
Pow.
Oh yeah.
Okay, my
Hell
friend
yeah.
watches is an avid triple jump watcher. I'm not gonna put his name out there
Why not?
because
Because
it's,
that's
He's
embarrassing.
embarrassed
No,
about
no,
his
no.
own taste.
it got creepy real fast because we started watching the videos and I'm like, why is this camera guy just zooming on the butt cheeks? It's like
Yeah.
on YouTube. I'm like, are you just staring at this
And then
lady's butts?
The guy filming's like, "Man, I don't even work here."
Oh my God.
It's like, how did I get a camera pass? It was messed up. It was like a compilation of ladies triple jumping, but the camera just zooms in on their butt.
Wow.
I'm like,
I've never even seen triple jump on TV.
nah, it's very impressive. Like,
Is that why you didn't pursue it?
Yeah. I feel like it was only my event because like no one else wanted to do it.
Yeah.
They were like, this is like so stupid. You have to hop on one foot. And
That's dope.
The comedian Bobby Lee, he has a gold medal in wrestling for that reason, which is there's no one in his weight class in high school, so he was undefeated.
Yeah, that's so funny.
You can do that?
Yeah.
How'd you just get a medal?
you
Just
can,
like, how?
you can get good at stuff because you're the only person. I won the award in grade 12 for like top acting student.
Wow.
There was 4 kids in my class.
Wow.
Nice. You
So-
beat out those 3 though.
I beat out those
You beat out those 3.
I think I've done that with comedy albums. I don't have any competition.
Is there a sport you wish you played?
I really wish that I like played basketball.
Yeah.
I played it in like grade 5, grade 6, and then I broke my wrist. And then my friends were mean to me. They were like, they were. One of them told me, they were like, the coach said he's glad you broke your wrist, so you wouldn't bring the team down this year.
Oh my goodness!
And I was
That
like,
is
for
so
so
mean.
long, I thought that, and now I'm like, did the coach actually say that?
I don't think the coach said it
they
out
were
loud.
just being mean to me.
I think they're probably
the coach maybe thought it.
like as a coach, I probably would. If there's a kid that sucked, in my mind, I'm like, damn, this kid sucks.
But you wouldn't say that to
But
the
you don't
other
say it out
kids.
loud. You don't say it out loud to the kids. That's weird.
Insane.
That is pretty wild.
You just put them in the outfield, even in basketball.
So yeah,
Just like, and make sure he stays warm, okay? Get him a towel. It's like the last 3 minutes of the game. You know how much the coaches love you. You know.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
Yeah.
The last 3 minutes of the game, you show up like, hey, all hustle. Game's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, this is going to be some deep NBA talk that you may not be interested in, but I was thinking about how there are players that are so good that they get to stay in 44 of the 48 minutes.
Dude.
Isn't that funny though? Because that's so insulting to the guys on the bench. They're like, even when LeBron's super tired, he's still way better than you.
You still ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
That's
Oh my God.
crazy.
It's like, no. Could you imagine Kobe when he like snapped his fingernail or something? Like, he broke his thumb.
Yeah.
And it was like, look, I have a torn Achilles.
Yeah.
But you still stay on that
Yeah.
bench.
Sit on the bench, Derek Fisher. I'm still better than you.
I'm still going to fucking play with my broken leg.
Yeah. That was
was
crazy how he had to, like Kobe Bryant, he ripped his Achilles tendon and you could see it. His leg looked all different. And he still chose to shoot his own free throws
Like, dude,
and walk on it. And
That's fucked.
That's fucked up. You need to normalize, hey, if you're hurt, it's okay.
It's
to just
okay.
sit down,
Take
man.
a break.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm glad people like LeBron, like are starting to do that. But
Oh.
Michael Jordan's era, dude, if you could get shot in the chest and the press would be like, oh, you didn't go back to play.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe
Can't
it.
believe he didn't go
that's
back in.
crazy
Paul
to
Pierce.
me because like and
Just a
like
little bit of
athletes
blood.
get like concussions and shit. Like I got a concussion and I was like, I don't even do sports, but I was like, oh, I can't even like do comedy.
Yeah.
The lights.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I have such a good me getting a concussion story. Can I tell it?
Yeah,
I
please.
stuttered. I was so excited. So my old punk band was on tour and we were in Regina. And we had nowhere to stay because we didn't have any money. So we do a thing where we, at our merch booth every day, we put a sign that says, can we stay with you? And every night, someone, usually nice, sometimes terrifying, would let us come stay with them. One night, this party house was like, yeah, you can come stay with us. Let's do a jam. Let's do like a jam session. I don't really want to. Like, I'm not really a jam guy. Like, I write songs and stuff, but I don't really want to, like, get on the acoustics and, you know, cover songs. Yeah. So we go there, and then, I mean, they're nice enough to let us stay, so we agree to do the jam session. And then we go into their basement. They have all the instruments set up already. It's a pretty low ceiling. And I'm sitting there, and I'm watching them cover whatever. And then I see on the wall that they have a bunch of vinyl records presented, like on display, like their coolest ones. And the one guy was like, I was looking, and I saw they have the soundtrack to this movie, Repo Man. Super rare record. It was like an 80s movie, and the soundtrack was all like old punk bands. So hard to find. I was like, oh my God, you have the Repo Man soundtrack. And the guy, the guy who owned the house, he's like hammered. He's like, you want it? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, have it. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, would it make you happy? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, go get it. And I went to stand up to get it, and there's a beam above my head, and I knocked myself out.
Shit.
But I hit my head, and my legs were just like, and like I was still awake and like watching myself fall over a keyboard, and I couldn't do anything about it. I don't know if you ever had that before. Like, my mind was going, but my body was like,
No.
and I slowly fell over the keyboard while looking at the guy, and he went, yeah. and then they were like, you better not go to sleep, because like if you have a concussion, you go to sleep, you might not wake up. And then so I stayed awake all night, and then I forgot the vinyl.
Oh,
Dude,
damn.
that fucking sucks.
Big old goose egg.
Now I'm going back the next morning. That's me. I'm like, no, I earned.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn around.
That
Turn
guy
vinyl's
should have
mine.
made sure that was in your bag or like something.
Probably didn't even remember telling me I could have it.
Yeah.
You ever
No.
got what happened when you got your concussion?
Oh, so I have had two, but the first one, it was so dumb. I literally was like walking down the street. I was a little bit drunk, and me and Randy, we like got off the bus. We were like so close to my house.
It's already
And
funny.
I just, and I
Randy
just-
being there.
I just tripped on the sidewalk, and then I
come on.
fell forward and just like ate it, and like I fell and like landed on my hands, but then my head kind of I was
Gina.
on the sidewalk.
Man, you get some rough injuries in that area.
Damn.
Yeah, it was so dumb. Yeah, yeah.
So
I
painful.
take that back. That wasn't funny. I'm sad.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great story. Yeah, neither of them are funny.
It's
That's
just-
what I tried to do. I get injured a lot, and I
Yeah.
tried to like do
Oh
a
my
bit
God.
about it,
Yeah.
but people are just like,
You're just too lovable. They just feel bad.
so
yeah, they're
scared.
like, oh,
You're gonna break a hip when you're old, yo.
oh, for
Like
sure.
for sure. Like the shower is gonna be a dead space for
No,
you. Like
yeah, I'm gonna have to get
the
one of those.
bathtub. You need you
seats.
need them fucking. You ever seen one of those like old people seats in the
Yeah.
bathtub?
Yeah.
You
Seems
need one
cool.
of those. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
That
Looks
sounds
fun.
cool. Yeah.
I had a concussion too once, but like I just ran into someone else's head. Like,
Oof.
we went head on head.
Yeah?
It was nuts. We
Guys
both had
fucking, or?
concussions. It was sick. Yeah, 2-1. It was sick. You know, I thought like, hey, this is kind of the funniest way to have it. Like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
we just playing basketball and he just came.
Oh.
And then yeah, the light thing, that was the first time I experienced that.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't think it was gonna be an issue. And then the next day I tried to go to school and like I couldn't,
Fluorescent lighting.
the lighting was killing me.
Oh, you had like a
Yo.
migraine from it?
Yeah, I couldn't read anything, which is nuts. I just like kept walking around with sunglasses. I felt cool as shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Luckily,
sorry,
it was
man.
Halloween. So you could just go as Will Smith in Men in Black.
Yeah. Perfect.
Sorry, my migraine's kicking in.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Well, I feel like I don't know, we should maybe talk about Canada's Got Talent. I
Oh,
just want
yeah.
to talk
Of
about
course.
Yeah,
Congratulations, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like,
That was
yes,
amazing.
yes, that I forgot.
it. I just have a question. Did you meet Trish Stratus?
Yes, I did. Briefly, very briefly. You know, I didn't even recognize her. She looks different.
She does look a little bit
Very,
different.
very different.
But looks great.
Looks amazing. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Were you a wrestling fan though?
No, like I just
okay.
knew it in passing. So
Right.
like I recognized her, but honestly, I couldn't remember who she was off the top of my head. I'm like,
Yeah.
but I know you. I know you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they popped her name. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Howie was pretty cool.
Yeah?
He was like I didn't get to like meet them in a personal space, and it's
Well,
just
yeah.
like cut. I'm like,
When you met
"Sup?"
him, did you go for a handshake and then he gave you a fist bump because he's
Oh,
a
no.
germaphobe?
I didn't even get close. I
Okay,
just
alright.
I didn't want to give myself that disappointment.
Fair enough.
I don't want to be left hanging on TV.
Yeah.
True.
He's
true.
like, yeah, it was an amazing experience, yo. Like,
Yeah, and like that's so crazy. You said you filmed it like 6 months before and couldn't
Yeah.
talk about it.
yeah, well, at
That's
least up to the semifinals, and then the finals
Yeah.
is like live
Yeah.
through voting and stuff like that. But it was a long process.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Well,
It's over now.
so quick.
Oh no, I'm actually.
This must have been a whirlwind, though. Like,
Yeah.
just such a massive thing happening in your life for a long time.
Yo, like, and I couldn't tell anybody. Like,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. And then sometimes it really sucked because I just want to feel like I want to say something, but like I just could not because I was so scared. They were like, I had a fear of God, and I'm like, someone's watching. Like, I get real paranoid with that kind of shit. Like, my phone's
Oh
tapped.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like that. I'm like, you gotta follow the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was telling everybody I'm driving in the middle of nowhere and then whispering into your ear, I'm on Canada's Got Talent.
That would be so. Like,
It's like,
what?
dude, where are we going?
That's how that works.
Are we going to Surrey? I'm like, don't worry about
I
it.
will get superstitious right at certain moments and then no other times.
Dude, it's weird.
Like with when we were watching the Junos and I really wanted Andrea to win and like I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that thing. I'm probably gonna screw up the universe and Andrea's not gonna win now. Like I'll do things like that all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's like
I feel you.
I never think about this ever.
Do you have a certain thing that you don't do before a big thing? Both of you guys. Like, for example, if you have a big competition coming up, like I'm superstitious also. I get real weird. But like, is there like a thing that you don't do?
Not like, I don't know, nothing weird.
Nothing weird? Okay.
Like
I just try not to have negative thoughts because I feel
Yes.
like
That's normal.
it's putting things out into the universe and the universe is like, oh, you want that bad thing to happen? All right, I'll hook you up.
Gotcha.
I'll make this plane crash for you, no problem.
yeah.
No, like when you say no negative thoughts, are you talking about like just everything in general? Like,
Specific to the thing that I'm
specific
doing.
to, okay.
Like it's
No
interesting.
doubt.
Like with with Canada's Got Talent, for instance, it's like you can make an educated guess of who may win based on what you figure the judges would look for or whatever. But then you can also think with your heart, like I would like this to happen, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And then I feel like it's usually somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so the superstitions fall within that for me, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I got a real crazy man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Before, like, like any kind of big competition, and this has been for every big competition, even album taping, anything, a huge milestones. First of all, I go off alcohol, I go off weed.
Oh,
I get
for
like
sure.
I get like a full night's rest.
Yeah.
I don't have sex. It is nuts. I'm pent up will come, dude.
Man, just up to your
Yeah.
eyeballs,
Up to
dude.
my eyeballs, man. I'm
Back
ready to
teeth
go.
bathing.
Jokes Ola to the maximum. I don't know. It's weird. I have like a bunch of things. Like I have to go to make sure I'm going to the gym. Like again, good thoughts. I'm not having fights with nobody.
Yeah.
If we have
Yeah.
beef, that's your beef. That's
It's
your fucking
one-sided.
beef. Exactly.
No,
I'm
I
walking
get
away.
that. Like I don't like drink alcohol the night before, or like I won't have like coffee.
Yeah, coffee too. Yeah,
It can't
Yeah.
be, makes me too anxious. And so if I'm already anxious, I'll just be like,
yeah. I start doing my stuff like at least a minimum of 3 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
and I'm like the longer the better.
Yeah.
Wow,
Before
you're
it's
like
nuts.
a monk.
Yeah, it's so weird, and I don't know what it is. I feel like my brain just needs to get to that mindset, and somehow I get like zoned in on what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That was just seems to ever work out for me.
I think I double down on vices in situations like that because my mind never stops. I'm like such a terrible sleeper because I'm always thinking about what I could do differently. That I'll find things that are my interests will take me away from that a little bit.
Fair.
So it'll be like I'm obsessing on this tour. Like I have a tour that starts in 8 days. It's like months long. I'm gonna need to like hang out with some friends here or there to take my mind off.
I feel you.
Off it
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, leading up to the day, I always try to like get like a random hang in there because I would have
Something.
done my comedy
Take
and
your mind off it a little
Yeah.
bit, or
It's
else
true.
if you overthink it, it's gonna make it. It's not gonna help it.
true.
You know.
No, man, I love being in it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I actually enjoy being. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the zone. Like that's how I take it. I'm like, for me,
Yeah.
I don't even like, oh man, it's too.
Yeah.
I'm overthinking. I'm like, nah, I'm about to crush
Yeah.
so hard. But that might be the cum speaking.
But it's also
That's the
like
calm speak. It finally has its own voice.
yeah.
Ola. Oh my god, can you imagine?
I feel like for comedy though, like if I haven't spoken to anyone all day, then I do like way worse.
Really?
Yeah, and like I need to like have a conversation with somebody. If that's the first time I'm
Yeah.
opening my mouth that day, I'm like, ugh.
Like, do you feel like it's just less relatable or less
think so.
social or yeah?
That's
I think-
social, I think.
yeah,
Mm.
it for me, I need to like feel a little bit conversational and like in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if I'm just thinking about it all day and not talking to anybody, then
Yeah.
I'll go on stage and just be like monologuing and just doing what was in my head all day. And
Yeah.
people are like,
What the
what's she
fuck's that?
talking about?
You know, it's interesting. Nikki Glazer came on my podcast once, and she said that that's what she prefers. Like, she just looks into the darkness and doesn't listen to the reactions.
I've
really,
heard her say that.
Yeah,
that she
yeah.
looks past people.
yeah, like no eye contact,
can't.
and just like
That's
she doesn't.
nuts.
Like
can't.
I feel like as a performer, you want to connect with the crowd.
Yeah.
You know?
like
I
yes.
do.
There's like a
I'm
barometer
like,
of how you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for real.
In the movie Almost Famous,
great reference. Whatever you're about to say.
the lead singer
Of Stillwater.
of Stillwater,
Yeah.
Jeff Beebe,
Yeah.
he says the thing like, I get people off.
Yeah.
I look at the audience. I look for the one guy that's not getting off, and I make him get off.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He
yeah,
forces him to orgasm.
yeah,
So
that's
hot,
what
dude.
I want to do.
That's what I
Jason
wanna
Lee.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so good.
I love Jason
movie.
Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man, that name Almost Famous is just so overused, ain't it?
What do you mean?
The Almost Famous.
Yeah.
I get it.
Like
It's-
that's a phrase you hear it a lot.
I hear it often.
Mm.
What's I named my tour in June Almost Famous.
Did you?
Have
Have you
why
seen
you
the-
feel that way.
And then
Have
for
you
some
seen the
reason,
movie?
I just
I haven't
keep
seen
it
the
every day encountering
It
this
keeps
phrase.
coming
And
through.
he's
I don't
never
know
seen the
why.
I'll tell you another thing that's overused. Ola Dada. I hear it daily.
Dude, I'm so upset about that, man. It's like Russell Peters has one. Like there's so many.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Jesus. And back on my name being overused, Hanak, I saw him like
Yeah.
last weekend, and he's like, dude, I fucking hate you. I'm like, the fuck? He's like, if one more person comes up to me and shows me your video,
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna be upset. I'm
Which
like,
video?
The Candace Got Talent. He's like, I know that fucking guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Like, what
so
did I
funny.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, my family members keep showing me your
That's
face.
Hanak complimenting you. That's
was
how
like-
he does it.
I was like, thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Via hatred.
I told him, I laughed at him. I'm like, ha, you're never gonna get rid of this face.
That's why he can't sleep.
Just waking up night terrors from my face.
Yeah.
Just like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. Exactly.
God.
But honestly, I'm quite glad it's over.
Yeah, I bet.
It
That's
was
good.
so a lot. It was very fun. It was, it did its purpose and everything.
Probably all consuming while it's happening.
Yeah.
Sheesh, yeah, like my phone was just going off for like 4 days, and I was just like, geez.
It's like it's your birthday for a whole week.
Yo.
Yeah.
And then just does it. Yeah. That's like the best place to put it. Like Facebook, people I haven't talked to in forever. Just, just
I was
nuts.
honestly surprised when I was like, I asked you to do that podcast, I think that week, and you responded. I was like, I honestly didn't think you'd see the message.
Yeah.
No, like friends, I was kind of like, yo, okay, I get back to you. Like people I didn't know, it just kind of. At first, I was trying to reply back to everybody, and it was podcast was like work related, so I couldn't miss a beat.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, it was super hard, like keeping up to like, oh yo, hey, what's up? And then, teachers were trying to rekindle. I'm like, you're my teacher.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But then like after the conversation kind of ran its course.
Yeah.
It was one of those I was like, we haven't spoken in like 10 years. Like,
yeah,
what's new?
It's interesting. Like the busier I get, and I feel like I'm busier now than ever. I need boundaries for being reachable.
Yeah.
So like, I just shut my phone off on weekends now. I have to.
Good call.
Unless I'm doing something like a comedy thing or a show or something. If I can, I will. It's so exhausting just being so reachable all the time. And like when you do so many different things for people to reach you for, you know what I mean?
For sure.
That, yeah, like I wish I could turn off the message button on Facebook.
That's what I want to do. I'm like, shut off social media. And it's like, if you have my phone number, you can text me.
Yeah.
And then like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's too much.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
I've been getting better at like, cause now I'm working at home, and when I switched over to just working full-time comedy, my brain just snapped. I've just been
They
working
let you
24
work at the
hours.
bank at home?
No,
I'm just kidding. I know you quit. Ola, take this safe home. It's the ATM pad.
Just counting
Count the
money.
cash at home, okay?
People will come to your place to cash your checks.
Just like coming through the fucking window, just like slide the check in. It's like a real human ATM. Whoa. Is that how ATM started?
Just a guy inside the
You
ATM.
mean like a
carnival
live
box?
bank?
Yeah.
Like a live bank. You know, like when you go to like a carnival or something, there's like just a little tiny little box.
Yeah.
There's a dude just sitting there.
Just
Just
has
like,
piles and piles of cash.
that's cool.
That is cool.
I want to see the history of an ATM.
Yeah.
I think it was just the bank.
Maybe it was just one dude. Just one dude like in a telephone box size space.
Well, yeah, like the drive-through ATMs.
Yeah.
Those are kind of cool. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Drive through cash like that's so much reaching.
Yeah.
Like, look, if I was a homeless person, that would be like a good spot.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like
sure.
just like waiting for someone to put the debit card in the cash, just run.
Well, if
Got the
the
cash
homeless
gone.
person just got inside the ATM, it'd be even better. Saw that cash in there, dude.
Just like I'm not even leaving.
There's an idea.
Yeah.
Say, why buy a new place when I can live in cash?
I didn't say congrats on the Juno.
Oh, thank you.
also. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
this
so
guy,
much.
Juno King.
Exciting.
Thank
5?
you.
Yeah,
Five
how
now?
many is that?
4.
4?
I could
keep
have.
saying 5.
I could have more statues because there's a Carly Rae Jepsen album I wrote on, but there was just so many writers on it that it just felt like, I don't want to do that. So
Fuck 'em.
Like, I already have.
They didn't do it.
yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it was exciting. Like my band was on a writing retreat, so we were in Harrison,
Yeah.
and we stopped so we could watch 2 categories. There's breakthrough artists, and our friends, this band, the Mono Whales, were nominated, and they won. And was like, oh my god, because that's what I mean. It's like you can make an educated guess on who would win.
Yeah.
And I kind of didn't think they would win, not based on how good they're, because they're amazing, but just based on the cities the other artists were from and the kind of tours those bands were getting. So I wasn't sure they'd win. And when they won, it was like, oh my God, such a great thing for like newer artists. And then right after that was the comedy one in a row. So
What's the metric for that? How do they like choose? Because I never really
it's a
understand that.
panelist of judges.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that oftentimes with categories, it's like, I've heard of that person. That's who should win. And then they've never heard of it. Because there's like so many categories.
Yeah.
So I just don't think people are going to really. It's like Spotify, for instance, they receive something like 10,000 songs a day. And they are expected to go through those 10,000 per day and choose what go on what playlists. They're probably listening to the first 10 seconds of every song being like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So I have the feeling the Junos is probably kind of like that. I don't know if this is incredibly insulting to an organization that's given me now 4 awards. But I don't know. I have a feeling that might be how it is. It's like if there's 5 nominees in every category, and there's like 60 categories, probably you're going to be like, I've heard of this one. That's probably the best one.
So when you say categories, like what do you mean? It starts like
Comedy,
dark humor?
Best comedy album of the year is one category.
Oh,
There's
okay,
only
gotcha,
one comedy
gotcha.
category at all.
Okay.
And then there's best pop artist, best rock artist, best blah, 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 blah. Best classical
you can
artist.
diversify a little bit, right?
Yeah.
It's like best breakout comic
Yeah.
of the year or something.
I mean, it just became a category really 5 years ago.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You ain't get no love in these streets.
But
And
that's
it's not even on the real show.
Oh, wait a second.
it's on
Are
the
you
day
kidding me?
before.
Yeah.
It's been only 5 years and you got 4 of those?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy.
Nominated-
Yo, I just took that in.
nominated,
Yeah.
This guy's
nominated
Michael
11
Jordan.
times.
That's awesome, dude.
yeah.
Yo, congrats, bro.
Thanks, man. It's funny, the one year that it wasn't an album I did was Dave Merhej, and I have done an album for him that just didn't come out. So
So funny.
That's amazing. This guy's raking in all the Juno.
that's what I'm saying. It's like what Gina said is
Yeah.
just, hey, get into the thing that no one else is doing. And you can rack it up.
Man, aren't other comics like submitting and stuff? Like
I think so.
But that's what's crazy is that it's testament to the Vancouver comedy scene is
that's true. That's true.
because the
Yeah.
Junos I feel like lean heavy to Toronto artists, and it's been fucking Vancouver artists 4 out of 5 years.
yeah.
That's
I love
crazy.
Oh man. I don't know. I feel like some juju stuff might just happen now.
Yeah, I just see that's what I mean.
I'm so
now I'm getting
annoyed.
superstitious.
I
I
get
just first
superstitious.
We gotta
I'm
stop
submitting
talking about it.
2022.
Yeah.
We gotta stop talking about it.
let the universe forgive you for
Yeah.
even bringing this up right now.
I know I'm about to say something, but I don't want to even put it out there.
Okay.
So
Pray on your pearls, your cross.
Yeah.
I whispered into the mic.
That was cute.
Yeah, that was
Kissed it.
nice.
I almost couldn't even reach it. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk more about I don't know, pop culture.
Yeah.
Oh, pop
What
culture.
yeah,
Bring it,
this
Gina.
podcast is called Dear Pop Culture.
Yes. I've been watching a documentary on pop culture.
Oh really?
Been learning so much.
Oh.
Which one?
Boys to Men.
Love Boyz II Men.
Did I always heard of them. I knew of them, but I
Mhm.
never like listened to their shit to be
Yeah.
honest. But like I didn't even know how much they influenced like the 5 dancing boy band. Wow, I'm actually really prepared for this.
Yeah, there you go.
podcast.
Hell yeah. What's the documentary? It's a
It's called I think it's This Is Pop or something like that.
Yeah.
okay.
It's on Netflix. They have different like
Different
I've
episodes on
seen that.
different genres of
yeah,
that.
you seen that?
Yeah, I've watched it. And then there's also one called Hip Hop Evolutions that talks
Mhm.
about
Oh,
them
that's amazing.
also.
Yeah.
And it shows that they were like the forerunners of a style of R&B music called New Jack Swing. So
Yeah.
it was like really funky kind of music that was soulful, and then they transitioned into like ballads.
Yeah.
Boyz II
Yeah.
Men did, yeah,
But then it sucked because what made them so popular is the reason why they died out so fast.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because they were like a relic. Because, you know, the 4 dance crew thing
yeah.
was kind of like a old
I
school
love
soul
that
thing.
shit.
Mhm.
I mean, I thought it was dope.
Dude,
I love it.
I
love
love-
a boy band more than anything.
Well, I love early '90s choreography hip hop dancing.
Yeah.
So the like the Fly Girls on Living Color and stuff is just the coolest looking stuff.
It just looks like so much time was put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. It's just a harmony and
yeah.
like hee hee.
It's just it's just a lot of movement. Like, I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like dancing now it's like more contained in some
Yeah.
ways, whereas like
Yeah.
they're just like
They're like
swinging their
athletes.
arms
yeah,
and legs.
it's a lot of
It's like-
performance. It's
Yeah.
a performance.
That's where Jennifer Lopez came from. She was a dancer. She was a fly girl in Living Color.
Wow, did I
And
know that?
Rosie Perez was the choreographer, and then they both ended up being like actors.
Wow,
So
I did
cool.
not know that. Good for them.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Boyz II Men song?
I don't know any. I only watched the documentary.
That's a start.
You know what?
That's a place
I
to
can hum some.
Yeah.
End of the road?
Mhm.
Nice.
Wait, no, you gotta sing.
Whoa,
You gotta sing.
Gina!
That was actually pretty good. What the hell? No, you gotta sing it.
Although we've come to the end.
Yeah, you like the slow
of
jams.
the road. Oh yeah. That's one of the saddest
How did you
songs.
get that? What the hell?
I don't
Shit.
know because
That
you
was
were
good.
off
Mhm.
key.
I was very off key. Like, listen,
But I was like, what songs are
Listen.
their most
That was
famous
amazing.
ones?
I have one nasal that's like congested right now. Like,
Yeah.
catch me on a good day with 2 clear nasals. So I
Okay.
got you.
Too clear nasal. Next album by Ola Dada.
Yeah, I'm singing Boyz II
It's just
Men.
you going.
Oh, you did
Sounds great. Yeah, corrected your pitch.
Yeah. I was just because you posted about the album cover, the leans.
Oh, the leans,
Did
yeah.
you do that on purpose? Like
Oh.
reference them?
No, when I first leaned down on that, I wasn't even thinking Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I was just having fun with it, and then I saw the photo, and I'm like, that is gonna be the cover. That's so hard. I'm like, there's no way I cannot have the lean.
Yeah.
We need to bring that 80s lean back because
yeah, and then
lean
the
was
Lionel
serious
Richie
business.
cover. Like,
I love
so good.
the comedian Tom Segura. He wanted to name his first album Thriller 2, and it was the same. He was in the white suit leaning, and then Michael Jackson's estate said no. So he used the same artwork, but just called it Thrilled.
Thrilled.
I wish Thriller 2 was the title.
That's really funny. That is like the heart of a comic
Thrilled
right
is
there.
maybe even better.
That is so close. It's just annoying enough to be like, ah,
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
he got us.
I love that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, I
Gina,
felt
did you
like-
ever get into Gremlins, the movies?
I've actually never seen it.
I feel like it's in your taste.
Yeah, it's something that I.
What's that about?
It's like a little before your time, but just from what you've told me you liked as a kid, it was a cultural pop moment, and it was had little elements of darkness. I know you like wrestling, but then ultimately it's about a really cute little animal called a mogwai, and it also stars Corey Feldman. So kind of checks
Yeah.
all the boxes as far as I'm
Is it a
concerned.
scary movie?
It has elements of scariness to it, yeah.
But,
then
but
also
it's like
cute?
scary for like kids.
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up though. Like kids movies back then would be like
True.
it would be for kids, but it would be like pretty harsh.
Yeah.
Like you know, like I feel like that changed kind of with Home Alone, even though that movie's incredibly violent, but it was kind of like cartoony.
It's very violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually watched the new Doctor Strange movie last
Yeah?
night, and I'm such a baby. I'm like, this is creepy.
You know
Oh
what?
yeah.
You know what? It was quite creepy.
It
Yeah?
was creepy.
It was, like, witches and all that stuff scare me. So
yeah,
like, I'm like, this is
demons
Me and him went to a
like,
horror movie and he was so scared.
Yeah.
Which
Jeez.
movie was it again?
Dude, I'm trying to even remember now. Oh,
It was part 3 of something.
it was actually scary. We weren't.
It was about possessions.
Yes.
Okay, I
What
don't
the
watch
hell?
scary
How did
movies.
we both forget this movie? And I know
Because
we were
there's
both
so
there.
many of those movies for a while that and they all have like 3 sequels.
And it just freaking
just-
blends in.
Yeah.
Insidious.
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 Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Insidious was that one has a special like spot in my soul
Yeah.
where I just don't like to go to.
Oh,
Is it possessed?
No, it's a red door.
Okay.
The,
Get into this building?
No.
The first
gate.
Insidious movie, when I worked at Cineplex, it came out, and there was you had to build those big cardboard standees.
Yeah.
And for the Insidious movie, it was like this thing that had a mechanical cardboard rocking horse.
Jeez.
And when you walked past it, it had a motion sensor, and it would play
Oh, no.
Tiptoe Through
Oh.
the Tulips.
Tiny
Dude.
Tim?
It was
Jeez, that
fucking
song is creepy.
terrifying. And
Oh,
then
man.
and so like we had that standee, and then it was like you'd be like closing the theater by yourself at night, like walking past it. And then of course
Yeah.
when the movie like left, people took out the motion sensor and they would hide it in different places in
man.
the theater.
Oh, really?
Shut
To
the
scare
fuck
each
up.
other.
No way.
First of all, we should do a hypercut of all the times you sang on this episode. Secondly, did I tell you about when I worked at a movie theater as a teenager?
I don't think so.
I worked at a discount movie theater as a teenager, and so many scary things happened there. There was one thing that happened where my manager, I think I was 17 and she was 18, and she was the manager, and her office had a key that only and one door, so only she could go in and out of it 'cause she had the key. And one time we were standing by the front, and she came out of there, and we were just talking, and then some guy came out of there, and we were both just like, what? What? You know? And then we called the police, and they came, and they looked around, and he'd been living in the ceiling above her, so for weeks. So he spied on her in there.
What the
and found out the combination to the safe and stole all the money.
dude, this
Yeah.
guy.
That's crazy.
They
That's
found
impressive.
weird stuff up there. They found like diapers and all, like I think
Oh,
he was
no,
like
he
a
was there.
crazy person.
Oh, crazy person. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought he was just well prepared.
Well, yeah.
Diapers.
Just,
You
well,
could be crazy and well prepared.
Yeah.
And then he figured out the safe also. Like
Yeah.
if he came in there to steal the money and had diapers, I think he knew what he was doing. I think he knew what
He
he
had a
he's
plan.
playing crazy.
Yeah.
He got caught and is like, insanity.
Let me tell you another one. The dumpster, I had to throw all the
Oh my
uneaten
God.
popcorn
Oh,
out.
you're a monster.
It's about to get worse.
You're a monster.
Worse than
You're
that.
a monster. I love popcorn.
No,
Hold up,
Oh,
plug
I
your
bring my
ears.
mom big bags of it.
I can't even look
And then
at you
she'd
as you
eat a
talk.
little bit of it, and there'd just be like huge bags of garbage bags of popcorn for months.
Oh, yeah.
The dumpster I'd throw it out in had a sliding door on the side, just in case the top was full or closed or whatever. One time, me and this girl slid it open, dead homeless person,
Oh,
frozen.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was fucking crazy. That parking lot, this is in Langley, had the highest crime rate of any parking lot in Canada.
Jeez.
Whoa.
So crazy. The police came all the time.
man.
I remember one time, and I was the door guys. Dude, I had to
Yeah.
kick people out who went to my high school who were older than me.
Oh,
Think about
yeah,
that.
That's awkward.
That's so
Yeah,
weird.
these dudes were like hotboxing ghost ship, and I'd be like, "Get out of here!" Oh man, yeah, that job was terrible.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
that
crazy.
sounds
I always wanted to
insane.
work in the movies. I love movies.
It was a discount movie theater though, so it was so cheap to get in. So people would just be like, "I don't know, spend
Oh,
that much money to
Yeah.
go
Right.
hotbox ghost ship."
Damn.
Yeah,
It
was scary.
I went to go see a movie in a movie theater by myself one time.
Yeah.
And I thought
I
it was a
love
great
doing that.
idea. Till I showed up and it's terrifying.
you got scared by yourself because
Dude, it's scary. It's so
I
big.
have like
It's
I
so
go.
big.
what movie were you at?
Yeah, what
Stuart Little.
movie?
Oh God, no! It's even worse. Fuck, what's that movie now? The one that has the God, I can't remember now.
Coneheads.
No, it's the one with like the action team, and then it was like this little giant thing
Avengers.
jumping on people's faces and shit.
Cloverfield.
What's that?
Small
Small
soldiers.
Soldiers? No, but I do remember that.
like that movie.
That's such
Yeah,
a
that's
long.
a
That's an
good-
old time.
Yeah.
I
Good
love that
shout
movie.
out.
You know
Yeah.
what? Let's forget it. I can't
Yeah.
remember it.
All right.
But it was very terrifying. It wasn't. It was like an action movie. It wasn't like supposed to be scary.
I wish I loved superhero movies in this time of superhero movies.
Oh.
I couldn't even get through Endgame. It's just
What?
it's so boring to me. I don't know what it
Wow.
is. It's like it's so fantastical that I lose interest.
Yeah.
Though the new Spider-Man was amazing,
Yeah.
but I think it's because it was tapping into nostalgia for me,
Yeah.
and it was just so well executed.
You talk about the one with like the 3 Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
That was kind of good.
Me and Yumi went,
great.
and
It's kinda
Good-ish.
It's just the ending for me was kind of like, yeah.
me and Yumi and
So
Shirley
fun.
Nome went, and it was like we were like, yeah.
Oh
Yes!
yeah. I love that. That's why I love
Yeah.
going to the movies, seeing a movie like that, and like opening weekend, and when
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire shows up and everyone goes,
Spoiler alert.
And it was
Yeah.
great. It was like, honestly, I thought it was funny. Like one of the funniest Spider-Mans, I think.
oh yeah, for sure.
It was
One
good.
of the funniest. So it's just for me, for storyline, the ending was kind of like, Come
Can't
on.
even
Yeah,
remember the ending.
It's
to be honest.
sad.
Exactly.
He makes it so they all forget that who he is.
He is,
Right,
yeah.
right, right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the
Strange.
journey's more important to me than
Facts.
the destination
Facts.
in life.
Wow.
That was beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
like that's like, you should just tag that moment right there. Just
Yeah.
like, that should be the
Yeah.
promo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the journey.
This is a philosophy. I was gonna say philosophical.
I think that works.
Philosophical.
Yes.
He looked at
Good.
me so cocky. So, see that?
Like,
Vocabulary.
Yes, I used it.
well,
Oh, shit. There's like a word I can't say now. See, I can't remember anything I'm trying to say.
that's okay.
Do you have any guilty pleasures with movies?
I don't think so.
I don't think I do either. I think I,
I don't
just
feel
like some
guilty.
dumb shit that I just like.
Yeah, I like some bad movies for
Mhm.
sure.
I
Like,
love Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'd
Yeah.
say
I don't feel bad about it.
yeah,
It's just
Power
a
Ra-
pleasure.
yeah. Like which Power Rangers? Like the
All of
90s
them.
ones?
Well, like the newer ones are kind of lame.
The
Like,
newer one was not very
They're
good.
so lame. Like I love when like people would like explode in the back and
Yeah.
just people jumping around like I just love that.
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
I
I'd
love
say
that
like
stuff.
maybe a guilty pleasure for me is like really like action, like male action
Yeah,
movies.
like
I
Fast and the Furious.
Fast
Oh,
and the Furious,
Yeah, I love
Mission
that.
Impossible.
Dude.
I love
Yeah.
all the Mission Impossible.
That's a good theater
movies.
experience, though.
They're fun.
I don't really feel like that's a guilty pleasure anymore because studios are only putting out
Yeah.
movies like that.
I guess I feel guilty because I'm like I like Tom Cruise.
I love Tom Cruise.
Guilty
Yeah, but he's
pleasure.
a
Like,
Scientologist.
It's funny how it's changed so much that it's mostly big comic book movies or whatever. That when like a major studio movie comes out, it feels like a little indie movie. Like I went and saw Licorice Pizza. That's a huge movie, but it felt like a little indie movie because it's like, oh, there's no fighting, there's no one
true.
famous, and like it's like
yeah.
Yeah.
it's Philip Seymour Hoffman's son in his first movie, so it feels like this special thing.
Oh, I
But
didn't
that's-
know that.
Yeah, and it's the girl from Haim, the band,
Yeah.
and it's P.T. Anderson directing.
Mhm.
Yes.
I like directors more than actors. I think that's how I'm. Like you really like actors and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'll see any David Fincher movie if it comes out.
Right.
And I'll see like
I mean, I care about certain
Yeah?
directors.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, which ones? I don't know.
Yeah. There's this new Mike Myers TV show that's on Netflix, and it's so funny.
What?
Yeah, it just came out, and it's him and Keegan-Michael Key. And it's
Oh.
it's about, I forget that, it's like one word, but it's about 5 people who control all the world's decisions. But it's makes fun of Canada so much because it's Mike Myers, and he plays all 5 of the people who make the decisions.
On Netflix?
Yeah, it just came out on Netflix. I don't know why no one knows about it.
Mike
Alexi
Myers,
told me about it.
Dude from Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Man, that's so hilarious. Like, Mike Myers is so synonymous with humor for me, but it's like before your time. Because you probably never saw Wayne's World.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a big fan of this guy.
Yeah?
I hated Austin
Wow.
Powers.
Really?
His humor fucking pissed me off.
What about
man.
Shrek?
I get so mad. I liked Shrek because I couldn't see his face.
That's so funny.
I'm sorry. I saw it and I was gonna watch it and then his face popped in. I'm like, nah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm
Jeez.
so sorry.
No.
Look,
Amazing.
I don't know. I know as a that opinion is very like one to me. I get that.
But it's like, I can understand not liking Austin Powers. It's incredibly stupid. Like, I
think
love
it's
it.
so funny.
It is so fun. And it's making fun of like James Bond movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just sort of,
Seth Green is so
what's
funny
crazy?
in it.
When I watched this, I wasn't even a comic at the time and I hated it.
Yeah.
I was a regular Joe.
Well, you hated laughter back then.
No, I laughed a lot, but I did not laugh at Austin Powers. But I watched all 3. So I gave it a shot. I'm a man.
Wow.
I guess
Oh,
I
yeah,
gave,
It's amazing.
I gave
Why'd
it
you
a
do that
shot.
to yourself?
No, because there was a newer one that came out after Golden Member, and I was like, you know what? Let me because people kept talking about it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, let's see what it's
Beyonce's
all
in it.
about. Yeah, look, I like Beyonce in it. That was dope. Foxy sister.
Yeah.
It was dope.
He even knows,
You know?
he can even quote it.
But like, I watched it a lot. There were
lot?
you know, but hey,
For
listen, you know what?
Beyonce.
You know what? Look, listen. What I will say is,
Like,
the
turns
movie,
out I love it, actually.
No, the movie was dope. I'm not. I'm taking it back. The movie was dope. But what I still didn't like was him. And it was my least
He
favorite
likes
part of the
Austin
movie.
Okay.
Powers
Yeah.
without Mike Myers. in it.
Without him.
He
in
likes
it.
everyone else.
Oh,
Seth Green,
I have
Beyonce.
stuff like that where you're like, I like this, but I actually hate the lead character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Fucking. Oh,
a lot
God.
of TV shows.
TV shows are
The lead character is like the worst character, the most boring person.
Chick, oh my God, New Girl. Oh God, fuck. I watched all seasons and I hated the main character. I hated her so much.
Wow.
I thought she was so annoying.
That's so funny.
But I watched this. There was like 5 seasons, 6.
Yeah.
I watched every single one of them, and I was so angry every time.
Jeez.
She's a big part of the show.
Yeah,
You
huge.
are. You. Yeah.
I think the next one for me is Batman. Oh man,
You hate Batman?
I hated the new Batman, but I love the movie.
I really thought he was a good Batman. Robert Pattinson.
I liked him.
I liked how intimidating he was.
he was just so mean.
Good.
I didn't like it.
You want Batman to be friendly?
But yes.
But no, here's the
I
thing.
want
I
Batman
want
to be
Bruce
friendly.
Wayne to be friendly.
Really?
Yeah.
I want Bruce Wayne to, he's a charismatic billionaire playboy.
Yeah. See, I like this new Bruce Wayne the best, where he's like
So
this like
mad all the time.
tortured.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if that happened and it to your parents and it fucked you up, I don't think you would be charismatic. I think you'd be like,
For sure.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's just for me. It was just a soundtrack, bro. They abused that soundtrack.
oh, the Nirvana. I know they did.
I'm like,
I
get
agree
another
with you.
Song.
I agree
Holy
with you.
shit, man.
They're like, this is expensive. Let's use it as much as we can. Courtney Love charged us an arm and a leg for this.
I don't think you should intro and then outro with the same song and then use that same song in so many different scenarios
Well,
in that same movie.
Here's what's weird is like growing up a Nirvana fan, you couldn't have Nirvana music in anything because it would never be approved. And now he's dead, and now it's in baseball video games and all kinds of stuff
I
that
feel like Smells Like Teen Spirit is overused like crazy.
yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I did like when that was in Moulin Rouge. I thought that was like pretty unique.
Could you sing that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here
Woo!
we are
Is that it?
now,
No?
entertainers.
No, that's not it.
Hypercut.
Here we
Oh, there we go.
are
Hypercut.
now, entertainers.
There we go.
Do you know what's
See?
the worst use of that song?
But
There was a live action Peter Pan Hook movie with Hugh Jackman, and they had these
what?
kids chant it.
What?
Here we are.
What was it called?
I can't
I thought you were talking about Hook at first.
No.
Splendid film.
that was upsets
No,
me.
this movie was really bad.
love
I
bad
gotta
movies.
remember what it was
I
called.
love bad movies.
I think it was.
No?
like old school horror movies
Yeah,
are supposed to
B-movies.
be terrifying, but then like the
Oh.
acting's terrible, the graphics is terrible. Even for that time, it was bad. Like watching it now.
Wow.
Yeah, one of Sean's friend, like we were watching movies, and then this
Man.
got pulled up, and he showed up this old school horror Vietnamese movie.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sean loves horror movies.
He loves horror
Yeah,
movies.
he's
the
come over. Oh yeah, he came over and
collection.
the three of us watched From Dusk Till Dawn.
Dude, that was weird.
Remember you were
weird and
supposed to
weirder.
go, and Sean and I wouldn't let you leave.
Yeah,
not
he's
yet.
like,
Not
"No,
yet.
I'm
Not
just
yet.
sitting there sweating the whole time. She's like, this movie's the best, but like, how'd it go?
Oh my god.
That's
the
great.
movie's called Pan,
Pan, I won't watch it.
and yeah, it was like a like an I want to say an origin story.
An origin story for what?
So it's like for Hook. So
oh
it's like
yeah,
Hugh Jackman played Blackbeard. Rooney Mara played Tiger Lily. Bad.
I don't know who that character is or that actor.
let me see.
Rooney Mara?
Yeah,
She was in The Social Network, and
Oh,
she's
oh,
married
yeah.
to Joaquin Phoenix.
I love Social
And
Network.
they cast her as a
David
native
Fincher.
princess.
Yeah,
Pretty terrible.
I
don't know
love Social Network.
Oh, so good.
David Fincher directed it, and Aaron Sorkin wrote the screenplay. And Aaron Sorkin, like, he's the writer for West Wing.
Mhm.
I love that kind of stuff. See, I'm just not like
He's
in
good.
the like action movies now. I don't know what happened.
Did you
You have
watch?
taste.
he did the Lucille Ball being the Ricardos. Did you watch that?
No, is it good?
I thought it was good.
Yeah?
Like it was okay. Like
Uh-huh.
actually at the Oscars, Amy Schumer made a joke. Like it was really brave of you guys to make a movie about Lucille Ball and have no comedy in it because it's
That's great.
truly
That's good.
not funny.
That's great.
But it's good. Like I never knew that side of Lucille Ball.
Wow.
She was a
God, this year's the year I started reading like credits in movies.
Yeah.
I need to get to know the people. Man.
You know what you do?
Mhm.
Watch a movie, go on IMDb after,
Best trivia.
and then
and just look at all the actors
look
that
at their
are in it.
names. And just I know people by their actor names. I don't know them by their real names.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Twilight guy.
That's his actor name.
That's his actor name.
Yep.
You know, Twilight
Edward.
Batman.
Oh, Edward. There we go. Yeah.
Edward
Mm.
Twilight
Bruce Wayne.
Batman. Very good actress.
Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, how did you get so into pop culture as a kid?
I think it was partially watching like Much More music.
Yeah.
There's Much Music, but
That's
then
a
there was
throw.
Oh,
yes,
More
yes.
music.
Oh, yeah.
And that
remember
played
that.
all the VH1 shows.
Yeah.
And it would have
Yes.
like I Love the 80s and like
Yeah.
but it would also have like because there was the regular countdown of like this is the top
Yeah.
20 of the week.
Yeah.
But the Much More Music had this show called Listed where they're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna count down the top 20 music videos with rain in them.
Oh yeah.
And so I would just watch like old
Pop-up
music
videos on
God, I
there.
miss the
Pop-up
rain.
video with
So
all the
good.
trivia.
Yeah, I
in it.
love trivia.
I
Yeah.
miss rain videos. We don't see those too much anymore.
Purple Rain.
Yeah. Like yeah.
Long time ago now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like the R&B, just like
Oh yeah.
you know. One of
One for
those.
me is Backstreet Boys Quit Playing Games with My
Yeah,
Heart.
great.
They're all just like dancing in the rain in these like
So hot.
collared shirts.
Yep.
I want to do one of those one day.
Oh yeah, that
Just
would be
dancing in the
good.
rain with a
That could be
t-shirt on.
the music video for your next comedy album.
Dude, I'm so down for that.
You do a music
Dancing in the
video
rain.
for one of the bits. So
Yo, I'm
it's the
so down.
dialogue from the show, but you're
You're just
So hot.
dancing.
It's like with a microphone, like, thank you very much.
yeah.
What kind of music were you into like growing up?
Oh,
Ola.
Jesus music.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't you like Nigerian music though that wasn't necessarily religious?
I'm
'Cause it
totally
was-
joking with you.
I don't know.
I just realized you just took that in so seriously.
You're wearing a goddamn cross. We all believed it.
No, like I listen to a lot of Jesus music, but I'd listen to other stuff. Like my music was very shaped by what my dad listened to growing up.
Oh yeah.
So like I'd listen to Michael Jackson, Barry White. Like there's a bunch of other people that I would listen to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That honestly I couldn't even tell you the name, but I could probably sing the song word for word.
Right.
Would it be on key this time though? or-
No, never. Dude,
No, his nasal.
my nasal's still congested. I still have one congested nasal. All
Just
right.
let Gina handle
Just
it.
catch
Yeah.
me tomorrow.
Look, name a
All the shit
song.
talking.
Whisper her the lyrics.
Yeah. Name a song and I'll sing it.
That's
There you go.
that was good.
Yeah.
It's
You love the Bee
can I
Gees?
get some water real quick? I'm getting shy. I can sing better than this, okay? My dad loves the whatever they're called.
The Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
just watched well not just the Bee Gees documentary
Mhm.
came out last year. It's like an HBO documentary.
Oh yeah.
I've watched it 3 times.
Wow.
And the third time I watched it was with my mom. I
Yeah?
was like because she was a huge Bee Gees fan.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that was her when she was a teenager.
Mhm.
And then like I didn't even know. She said she like saw them at Dodger Stadium. She went on like a high school like band trip.
Yeah.
And then they talk about like that concert in the
Dang.
documentary. And
Oh,
but
cool.
watching it with her was so cool because
Yeah.
she was like, you know, it was like her being taken back to like
Yeah.
15.
Dang.
That's great.
I can't imagine watching that live. That'd be nuts. Like,
Yeah.
Imagine like, yeah, the
by the way I walk out now.
Sounds so good. He knows the words too.
He's warmed up.
Yeah, listen. That intro's hard. I'm
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 listening.
gonna give him that.
Oh yeah, that falsetto.
Yeah. Listen to my dad trying to sing that with the deepest voice you've ever heard in your life is the best. It's like my dad doesn't give a shit, driving with no hair on his head, just when the window down, just I'm just sitting in the back, I'm like, what is going on here? Like, it's so weird.
That's great.
Oh man. And then like Fela Kuti, like there's a lot. I used to listen to a lot of Nigerian music.
Oh, I watched the musical Fella.
The music, yeah, the musical fella with the saxophone, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love his shit. Like I realized, someone asked me the other day, like, who's your favorite artist? And I was like, I didn't even take it in. I said Fela Kuti because I'm like, I don't think there's any other artist that I would sit down and listen to a 10-minute intro, 2-minute song, and then an 8-minute outro. Like it's
Right.
songs are like 20 minutes long.
I like
what
that.
the fuck?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And he does like this saxophone solo intro.
Cool.
And then he will like come in and sing, and then get like a choir to come through, like the backup singers.
Yeah.
And then he would just outro with the saxophone. Oh, it's so nice.
I've been doing these writing exercises to just kind of keep the paint wet.
I
Where
like
you
that.
just kind of write stream of consciousness or in a journal, whatever. And I love instrumental music for that.
So
oh,
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love it when people sample Fela Kuti.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot?
It happens so often.
Really?
And I'll catch it and I'm like, that's cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Kendrick Lamar do it? Sounds like something
Yeah,
he'd do.
yeah.
I knew it.
Sade as well too.
Oh, love Sade.
Ooh.
I love Sade. She's
Mhm.
amazing. I'm also that's kind of stuff I still listen to actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that pop? I don't that kind of pop.
No,
Sade?
definitely.
Yeah.
It's soul.
Kind of
It's
pop.
R&B.
Soul.
I'm-
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like it's pop culture.
Yeah.
For sure.
What is pop culture?
Popular culture. It's just stuff that's like your grandma's heard of, but
Oh,
also
okay.
kids have heard of.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. To
Yeah.
me, it's just kind of like any media.
Somebody I just found out about
It's
was
popular.
Quincy Jones.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And
You
he's
know who his
really
daughter
good.
is?
What's that?
You know who his daughter is?
No, I do not.
Rashida Jones.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Did not know that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good
I
Quincy
found out
Jones
from the
documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just fucking yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You can tell by the way I
Feel all the silence.
Yeah.
stay alive.
You know what I've been really into as far as documentaries are there are so many about gamers, and I love seeing that. Like there's this dude, his name's Billy Mitchell, and he was the most successful Donkey Kong player in the world. And he held the record
the
till like
fuck?
not that long ago. And now this like new guy stepped up and is trying to take his throne as the greatest Donkey Kong player ever. But Billy Mitchell is so competitive, and he owns a hot sauce company now. And he looks like Chad Kroger kind of, and he's so bitter about it. And there's this documentary, and there's all these people. This is their whole lives is like
I think
video
I've
game
heard of
scores.
it.
It's called King of Kong.
King of Kong.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that came out after it about this game Nibbler, and Billy Mitchell also had the high score in that, and so he's competitive with this new guy coming up
Wow.
against it. It's great. I know who all these guys are. And then there's another one that I love, and it's called Game Over, and it's about how
I seen that one.
it's great.
Yeah, it's good.
How Atari in the 70s was like making money like hand over fist with their games because there's no competition. And then when E.T. was going to come out, they like rushed an E.T. game, and it's the worst game ever. And it got almost everyone who bought it returned it. And there was a rumor that they went to a desert in Nevada and put it in a landfill and just like buried it. And everyone was like, that's not true. And they went and checked it out, and that is what happened. They dug it up, but it was
Wow.
next to a landmine field. And so they were like worried that
Oh my
something,
god.
yeah, it's so good.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I love it.
Okay.
I love that stuff.
That's so
Yeah, that's
to
so
risk
cool.
your life over that game.
Yeah.
It's not even worth it. Like, what are you
A
looking
bad
for?
game.
A bad
Yeah.
game. Like,
Yeah.
what you want to find it?
People are nuts.
Yeah.
In this case, you find it, blow yourself to billions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys play video games growing up?
Oh, yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Problematically.
I still play. I still play NBA 2K competitively,
Oh.
and it's a big part of my life.
yeah, man. I
Okay.
just Call of Duty. I just go.
Oh,
in there,
really?
Just murder people and then get out.
Yeah.
I don't play the story no more. I just go there to do the online stuff.
Yeah.
And then I find it's like a debrief. It's the only time I'm not thinking about anything.
That's
It's
what I
like
do.
Murder.
Yeah. I
Murder's
have
on my mind.
I have friends on the
Healthy.
NBA 2K community that I've
Oh.
known for a decade, and they all live in LA. And I
Yeah.
went and met them once, and they went, "You're white."
Oh, dude.
It was the best.
Like I can't remember the exact specifics, but this is when I realized I should not play Kevvy at 2K.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where I was like, "Yo, we should play 2K," and just how quickly he responded to yes. I was like, "No, this about to wipe the
I
floor."
beat
with me."
Gavin Matz. I beat
Son
Gavin
of
Matz, and he
confidence.
got actually mad at me, and
Of
so
course,
now I
it's
just
2K.
don't. Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I've seen 2K. 2K is. I grew up playing 2K, and it's just like, it's just what it is. It just rips friendships apart.
Yep.
Like for that
It's
45
the most
minutes,
toxic
the
online
most
community.
toxic game.
Just meanest.
Madden too. Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah,
you
yeah.
get mad. The disrespect that brothers
It's-
will say too.
Gina, it's its own community. Like
It's its own spot, man.
there-
Yeah, I
when
know
you-
nothing about the gaming
Well,
community.
when you in NBA 2K, it's like you scan your face, so
Yeah.
you're in the game,
Yeah.
and then there's a neighborhood where you can walk around and play with other people, and you will see like Kevin Hart and like
Oh, that's so funny.
actual NBA players, and you can play against them and stuff. It's
Wow.
it's a huge community. Like for a lot of people, it's their whole lives,
Yeah.
and they make like millions of dollars.
Make so much money, and these brothers are so good. Like,
Yeah, it's
you know
crazy.
what? I go online on every other game except for NBA.
Yeah.
It's mean.
I tell you this: the dudes playing NBA 2K
God.
Yeah.
are too good.
Yeah,
They're way too good.
It's
Like
ridiculous.
Call of Duty, I can still hang, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is. There's just too many controls, bro. Like,
That's the thing, like
Yeah.
with like gaming, I'm like, I just want to do it for fun,
Yeah.
but then like there's so much of that.
See, that's my problem. I
competitiveness.
don't do anything for fun.
Me
there
too,
needs
I
to be an
can't.
end goal for
I
everything
can't.
I do.
Michael Jordan ruined my soul.
Yeah, same here.
It's like, when it comes to basketball, I'm like all or nothing. I will find your IP
Yeah.
address and destroy you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. First
Yeah.
time I went online on 2K, I think the guy beat, but I think this was like the first quarter. I was down 30, 32
lot.
or some shit. Yeah, it was a lot, man. And
That's a
you
lot
know
for
what?
one
I didn't turn it off. I got even more and more
See,
angry.
what's great though is like if you did that, you'll still get a DM from the guys beating you and it just says trash.
Oh, yeah.
They're so mean.
Oh, so mean.
It's
And it's
crazy.
nuts when you have the headphones and you hear him talking shit the whole time, too. Oh, my
yeah.
God.
I couldn't
The
handle that.
gaslighting that
Oh,
happens.
my, I'm like,
I
you
think
just
I would
wait. You just
cry.
wait till I get good. You
I
just,
wanted to.
Oh, no. Dude, I've seen broken controllers. I almost burnt
Oh,
my
for
house
sure.
because of 2K.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
get.
Wow.
You'll
Well, like,
you'll,
not intentionally. I was
Yeah.
making
you'll
fries
have a
upstairs.
good game.
Okay. I was like, what?
You'll
intentionally.
play well, but your team loses, and someone else on your team will DM you and be like trash.
Garbage.
And you know it, and that's the problem. And it'll just get really like intellectual how they're mean to you.
Yo, do you know who actually surprised me playing? Alistair.
Really?
Yo,
He plays 2K?
No, he doesn't. That's the crazy part.
Oh.
He got like this weird. You know when someone grabs a control for the first time, they don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah,
then
free
he just-
spirit.
He just kept hitting. Oh, dude, he was hitting the deepest shots. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I didn't even take it seriously. It was one of those things where I let the controller go.
Yeah.
Went to go grab a sandwich, and I just kind of let him score or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I wasn't taking it seriously.
I know why he's so good.
Why?
Because he looks like the default create a player character
Yo, for real. Yo, Alistair.
that has no colors on
We
it
went
yet.
to overtime, man. Went
Really?
to overtime. And I'm like, you know what? I'm cheesed. I did
Yeah.
one of these. I sat up in my chair. I'm like, I'm not about to lose to Alistair who doesn't play. Because, the first
Yeah.
3 quarters, I didn't take it serious at all.
Oh, man.
And then, okay, so I'm like up 10.
Smashing you?
Yeah, I'm up 10 still,
Oh,
but
okay,
I'm
yeah.
like, whatever. Like, I'm walking around doing chores and doing whatever, and he's just kept playing. I pick up the controller. I look, I'm like, damn, okay, it's tired. The game's almost over, but I'm not going to let you win. And then all of a sudden, this dude, I let him pick Golden State, and he was hitting the deepest street. Bro, I was getting mad. I'm like, Alistair, you're a fucking liar.
Well, he
You've
probably did
played
some
this before."
HTML coding and
He
cheated.
did something, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He was doing something for sure. Because we went to overtime.
Wow.
Because I hit a 3 to win the game. There's like half a second left. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Who were you?
I think I was LeBron.
Okay.
I was on the Lakers. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I hit a 3 with LeBron, which is like, okay, cool. I was playing bully basketball the whole time, and then game's pretty much over. Half a second left. I'm up by 3. This guy from half, bang. I'm like,
Whoa.
what?
No.
Like, shut the fuck
OT?
up, Alistair, bro. We went at OT. I'm like, okay, bet. I'm playing serious, and I'm up by 20. I'm like, okay, doing whatever. He like catches up or whatever. There's like a couple seconds left. This guy hits another 3 from deep and almost won the game.
Wow.
I was fucking pissed
That's
off.
so
It's like,
funny.
this is easy.
I'm like, get out of my house.
You know what I love about Alistair is every one of his names and his name could be the first, middle, or last name. His name's Alistair Dickerson Ogden. His name could be Dickerson Ogden Alistair. His name could be Alistair Ogden Dickerson.
Yeah.
You could just mix them up. This was
I've
great.
never seen. Actually, that's true. I've never thought about interchanging people's
Just
names.
change his names up.
People that have like 2 first
Do you have a
names.
middle name?
Yeah. My
Huh.
middle name's Nicole.
Nicole.
I love that.
Wow. I never
Thanks.
would've
You
thought
could
were
switch your
Nicole.
first 2 names around.
Nicole Gina Arms. Nah, I like that.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't work that way though.
Gina's more like a bit more unique. Like, I
Samuel.
know a lot of Nicoles.
Samuel Ola me. No, it don't sound right.
You couldn't even pronounce your own first name there. That was
Nah, it's
interesting.
just it felt wrong. Just Samuel Olawami.
Yeah.
Samuel Olawami Mubarak Dada.
Just
Olawami. Wait, is Olawami 2 names?
No, it's one. Olawami.
Allow me.
It's just like there's
Oh.
more to it. I just kind of cut it off.
Samuel Mubarak Dada.
Yeah, powerful name.
Mm-hmm.
I
Your
know
Muslims
it
always
from.
like, wow, what a blessed name.
Yeah.
Literally means
Amazing.
blessed. Or
Yeah.
chosen one or some shit like that.
You're-
Yeah,
Something
man.
like that.
Your bit about Nathan is one of the bits I show people the most.
Of all,
It's so funny.
that joke is just dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the amount of work I put into it was so little. Like the joke wrote itself.
I feel like that's always how it works. Like
Yeah.
the ones that you like spend so much time writing and you really want to make work and people just don't get
They don't
them.
connect it.
They don't
Is it-
connect. And then something that you just say off the cuff, they're
Yeah.
like, wow.
No,
We
that's
love
true.
that stuff. Like the amount of time someone comes to me after the show, but like, man, I remember that one time you said this one. I'm like, that's not even a part of my joke set.
Oh, yeah.
But that's people connect with that because I don't. It's
You
like
can
you don't
tell.
care or something.
Yeah.
True. I
Yeah.
can feel the energy. It's like, you can keep that one.
Yeah.
they don't
That's
want
yours.
it to feel forced. They
Yeah.
can tell when you're trying too hard.
That is
Yeah.
what's weird though about Charlie Demers. I've noticed from producing 2 records for him, is he does the first time he does a joke, it stays that way and it works.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't do much editing and it just like stays working and works the first time really well.
Oh, yeah.
He's brilliant, I think.
Yeah.
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 I remember like seeing him at Jokes Place once and he just like went up and he was like, did entirely, like he's like, yeah, this is an entire new, I've never said any
Oh
of this
my
before.
God.
And we were all crying
Yeah.
and laughing and we were
Yeah.
like, how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love seeing like doing someone's album and then seeing their new stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like
fun.
Yumi's new stuff is like so funny.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've seen you mean a long
Yeah,
time.
she's
She
good.
did my Hollywood show on Friday, and
Congrats,
she
by the
just thank you. She just devastated. It was crazy.
God, I'm
With
excited
like
to see
new
Yumi.
stuff. Yeah,
So I haven't seen Yumi in such a long time.
yeah.
Her style is
It's
so
gotten
unique.
meaner.
Meaner?
Yeah.
I love
Ooh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. It was cool to see it.
Good for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you been treading dangerous waters these days? I've been trying to write a little risque.
Oh, yeah?
Flex the pen a little bit.
Flex the
Nice.
pen a little bit.
Yeah, anybody can use that. You can keep that one.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
remember
Ola.
doing a show that was like Susie's like dark and dirty show, I
Yeah.
think, and like you were
Yeah.
hosting, and I was like, this is not the least dark and dirty.
As a host, watching the audience just not be down for dark or dirty, it's just like
But
leading
that's the
lamb to
thing.
slaughter.
They come to the dark and dirty show,
Just
but then someone
it
does
all.
a dark joke, and they're like,
Whoa. Yeah, so funny.
Man.
God.
yeah,
You know what? I love Susie's room, but like there's some times where like, man, it is so tough in there.
Why?
Because and honestly, the late night shows are always fantastic, but the new brunch shows, they had a shaky start to begin with, man. And it was
probably
just
the daytime.
the
is
daytime. I keep
weird.
telling Susie, call it shady comedy, okay? You know, we're gonna hand out sunglasses to everybody.
That's funny.
I'm gonna keep saying this till you get it done.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I guess there's windows all over. that
Windows,
venue, so,
man. There's
yeah.
a sunroof,
Yeah.
dude. Like it is so much. There was like a whole bus behind me when I was performing.
Jeez.
Dude,
Yeah.
cars just fucking whipping back and forth. Crackheads just stumbling in the front. Like you could honestly just stand back and just watch what was happening
Yeah.
on the back screen and be entertained.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts. But it got better. You know,
Yeah.
people learn how to laugh and eat at the same time.
And I just mixed a record that was recorded there, and it sounds really good.
Oh,
Does it?
good.
Yeah, Sharon Mahoney's
Sharon,
record.
yeah.
It's like really surprisingly live sounding in there. Like I prefer it to Little Mountain, the records I was doing there.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, because I noticed, man, when that place pops,
Yeah.
woo, it
Yeah.
pops.
It was
like,
loud. It was weird, like Little Mountain towards the end, like actually after your record, I was having some weird tech problems with the setup there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And there was just so much, because it's small and where I could place the microphones, I was getting so much bleed from microphone to microphone, which is just a nightmare for mixing.
Yeah.
And so I had to do a lot more on the Ivan record and the Ryan Williams record than I would normally have had to do. I don't know what's going on with that room. It's just, it sounded different every time. It was really weird.
So glad I got the best one out.
You did. You got a good one. You got a good one. I got
right
good one out of
after you.
that.
Yeah.
Yours, Randy's, and Sean's all in a row were like perfect.
Oh, Sean's was
Nice.
fantastic.
One take.
Yeah. Like, this crazy motherfucker,
that.
man. Yeah, this dude was sweating. I'm like, he told me he was doing one take. I'm like, do one take.
I like how edgy Sean's gotten.
Oh, dude, Sean,
For sure.
he's gotten so edgy.
I love that.
I'm like, Sean, who are you? Like, he's
Yeah.
got a bunch of tattoos now. I'm like,
I love
who
it.
Are you? Like,
COVID
every
changed
2
him.
weeks, he gets like
Yeah.
a new tattoo. Like, for real, he has like 8
Yeah.
new
wow.
tattoos.
Man, I haven't seen him in a while.
Sean's changed. He's on tour with Andrew Packer and
Oh,
Jacob
yeah?
Bullshit. Yeah, they're having the time of their life right now.
That's cool, man.
God, that's so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. This is comedy related, but like not locally.
Yeah.
So they just announced that like the James Corden is leaving the Late Late Show. Who do you guys think should be a replacement?
What show's Fred Armisen on?
Is he?
I think he's a band leader on
Oh,
something.
he was.
He'd be good, I think. Or
Would be
Ivan
good.
Decker.
Oh yeah, let's throw it. Yes, a Canadian comic.
Yeah.
I've
There are
heard.
Canadians out there, man.
I've heard some I've read some articles of people suggesting who they think, and a lot of people have said Roy Wood Jr.
Oh, yeah,
That would
yeah.
Yeah, that would be
good.
very good, actually.
This Is Not
Yeah.
Happening is very good.
Yeah.
And it's him
Roy's-
hosting.
oh my
Yeah,
God,
he's really
Roy's-
funny,
he's
actually.
so funny, man.
He's so fun.
I saw him live in Yuck Yucks. I'm so happy
Oh,
I got a photo with him, which is super cool.
Nice.
I'm gonna
He's
try and see
coming
him.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's
Julie's
doing
opening.
the fest.
Yeah.
yeah, he's doing the fest, and I don't. What night is he? Do you know what night he's?
I don't remember.
I
I
think
think
it's-
actually, I think it's actually the same time as my show because I
Oh,
can't
really?
go.
What time
Yeah.
is your show?
Friday at 9:30.
I think Friday,
Yes,
though,
make
at
that.
Biltmore
is that the Vogue? Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay.
Is that the Vogue?
I don't know.
No, I
I'll
think
Google
Roy
it
Wood
later.
Jr.'s at Biltmore.
Biltmore? Okay.
So I think it may not be Friday because I think that's Atsuko that night.
Oh,
there's-
shit.
she's
yeah, it is
early.
Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
No,
looking.
Wait, no, at Vogue, I'm there at 7.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
What are you doing?
Andrew. I have a name.
Schultz?
No, Andrew Schultz. No, he's ginger. He has
Oh, Santino.
Santino.
God,
You're
damn
opening
it.
for him?
Thank you. Yes.
I love Andrew
Hell
Santino.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
excited.
That's
So
awesome.
excited.
Cheeto Santino.
Cheeto Santino.
Yeah. He's so funny, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him because I've only seen his like content online. Obviously, live is so much
Yeah.
different. So
Yeah,
He's
I've
cool.
only
Pretty
seen his
much.
like podcast.
yeah,
Cool.
He always has Dan Soder on, and their podcast together are great because they're the same age, so it gets very nostalgic.
yeah.
We'll talk about action figures and stuff. It's very good.
I feel like I think we're at
Yeah.
we're at time, but let's end with a quick. I'll do a quick lightning round.
Okay.
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 Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Okay.
Next gen.
Kim and Pete or Courtney and Travis?
Courtney and Travis.
Kim and Pete.
Ooh.
Everyone says I look
I
like
don't-
Pete, so
I don't
now I
support
have to
it.
stick up for him.
A home destroyer. He's a home destroyer. He is. Kanye's like, give me my kids back. Pete's like, ha.
Great Pete impression.
That is
You do
not.
kind of look like Pete.
I'm
which is
just
kinda
always
funny.
doing a Pete impression.
I never actually took
This
that
guy
in.
it was
That's
happening
awesome.
in LA so much where people would say it to me that this
Yeah.
one guy was like, "Hey, how's Ariana?" And I went, "We broke up."
That's so funny. I don't think you look like him.
I can
Sometimes if
kinda
I
see it.
smile, I'll look like him.
I can kind of
Okay.
see it. You cut your hair, you dyed it all the way. I can
Yeah.
see it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I'm doing this. Top Gun 2 or Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange.
I haven't seen either, but I would rather see Top Gun 2.
Top Gun
Yeah.
is the one with Tom Cruise and the planes.
Yeah.
I'm not
Man.
down with planes.
Okay.
I don't like planes.
This guy
man. I don't
hates
like. I don't like.
planes.
I don't
Hates
like
air
plane
travel.
movies. Is that a weird
It's
thing?
like I'm a helicopter guy. What can I say?
No way. Not after Kobe.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
man. Honestly, I'm like so against helicopters now.
Holy.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
I know, cause you know,
'Cause of
like
Kobe.
Kobe Bryant. I'm like, damn, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, of
I'm
course.
like, if you're rich and you can still die for
I'm
that
sad that you got it before me.
shit.
It
Sorry.
is surprising.
Yeah.
But like, I never liked Top Gun. Like, I've always seen it on TV, and I'm like, I'm not interested.
The
Yeah.
thing is, it's like I think it's a good movie if they cut out like the like 30 minutes of just planes.
Just
Okay.
Like I like the story, but them in
Yeah.
the air, they're in the planes for so long, just flying around, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this
Part
is
boring.
I wonder if plane fights actually happen like that. Because it just seems like everybody's just going down. Because if you're flying around shooting bullets with a bunch of other planes, first of all, how the fuck don't you guys hit each other? And how is it that people are so stressed with flight paths nowadays?
Dude, it's fine. It's friendly fire.
It's from
It's friendly.
hey, dude.
Whoops. Sorry about your wing.
yeah.
I will be at your funeral. Sorry. Go on, Gina.
Okay, last one. Michael Jackson or Janet Jackson?
Michael Jackson,
Michael Jackson.
Wow.
100%.
I picked Janet.
I love Janet too. Her album Janet is so good.
Yeah.
I don't think Michael did it.
It's hard to.
You don't think so?
Hey, I just want to leave on that note, okay? Come back and see why.
All right. Yeah.
Don't cut that out.
Should we sing us out?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Wait, what?
so I thought we were going to do it on a Michael note.
Oh,
Sorry, my
do
bad.
it, do
Well, what do you want to do?
I was just in you were doing Staying Alive before.
Staying alive. I see much better. Staying
Whoa. That's the hottest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was great. Thank you.
You stay alive
thanks
now.
for listening. Bye.
Thanks for having us.